Steven Universe and all associated images are property of Cartoon Network, Rebekah Sugar, and any and all other respective owners. I don't know them all. All footage in this video has been used for the purpose of critique parody under fair use. Please support the official release. So I've been rewatching older episodes of Steven Universe again, following along with an online reviewer/blogger named Mark Ashiro, who only recently started live blogging his reactions to the episodes in preparation for reviewing them, which has been fun because his reactions are absolutely great, and also because it gives me something else to do while I'm going back and mining these episodes for more theory ideas. Anyway, just recently he reached the episode Nightmare Hospital, and while rewatching the episode, I noticed something that I hadn't noticed before. Neither of the gem mutants that chase Steven and Connie through the hospital have eyes. And notice that neither one of them was active until Steven arrived, with the one that we saw Dr. Maheshwaran examining only getting up from its bed once Steven entered the room, and the other one coming down the hall towards them, and then just kind of stopping and facing off with that group as if that group of people, or at least one person in that group of people, is what it was looking for. This got me thinking. Why did they behave this way, and how is it that even after the group managed to separate themselves from one of the creatures, it managed to track them down? It's possible that it was by sound, because even though they didn't have any visible ears, that doesn't mean they didn't have ears that we couldn't see. But Steven, Connie, and Dr. Maheshwaran weren't the only people in the hospital, and they had put quite a bit of distance between themselves and the gem mutant. If it were simply looking for people and finding them based on sound, you would think it would have found somebody else before it found them, right? I mean, we don't know for sure, but it makes sense. So of course I pondered on this for a little while, and I recalled something that Peridot said in the episode Gem Drill, that gem shards seek out other gems in an attempt to find the rest of their pieces and make themselves whole again, even though making themselves whole again isn't really possible. She makes it sound like they have some sort of base instinct to find other gems. And since the gem mutants, the smaller ones, not the cluster itself obviously, are basically just a few gem shards squished together, it makes sense that their behaviors would reflect that of shattered gems. So mystery solved, they were seeking out Steven's gem, but that still doesn't explain how they were able to find it. Gem shards can only manifest limbs. It makes even less sense for them to be able to track down other gems. So it got me thinking, if they can't use their sense of sight to find other gems, then they must have another sense that leads them to other gems instead. Which got me thinking, can gems sense other gems? We've never seen the crystal gems sense out other gems, but in the episode Beta, or maybe it was the beginning of Earthlings, I don't really remember, we did see that Jasper was aware of the presence of Amethyst sneaking up on her. Now, she may have just heard Amethyst, but it's also possible that she sensed Amethyst and just kind of attributed it to some sort of battle instinct. Maybe gems do have a sort of sixth sense that leads them to others of their kind, but they just aren't aware of it. Maybe it's some sort of subconscious sense, or a sense tied to some sort of base instinct, or whatever the equivalent for a gem might be. It explains how gem shards, and by extension the smaller gem experiments, can display the behaviors that Peridot attributes to them and the behaviors that we've actually seen them carry out. And it also explains how corrupted gems seem to be able to find the crystal gems. Just as often as not, corrupted gems that the crystal gems battle and bubble come to them. Corrupted gems don't seem to go out of their way to attack any other populated areas. So there must be something special about Beach City that draws them to it. And the only really special thing about Beach City is the gems themselves. We know that shattering a gem destroys its conscious mind, its intelligence, its self-awareness, and leaves it with a simpler mind, one that operates on instinct. That's something that the crew has confirmed for us. We also know that corruption doesn't literally destroy a corrupted gem's mind, doesn't completely strip it of its consciousness, but it definitely seems to suppress its consciousness. So it would make sense that shattered gems, and also the smaller gem experiments, ones that aren't made up of enough gem shards to cobble together a working mind, as well as corrupted gems, would all be driven by the same set of base instincts. If this gem sense, for lack of a better term, is tied to a gem's base instincts, it would certainly make sense that these three categories of gems would have better access to that sense than conscious gems like the crystal gems would. But I don't even think that's all of the evidence in the show for this being true. I have long since theorized that gems are not as capable of experiencing empathy as humans are. That it's one of the things that makes Steven special and unique from Rose, the fact that he so readily empathizes with others, and that Rose may have even taken that into account when she had Steven. This means that Steven might be the first gem with a strong sense of empathy. We also know that Steven has an ability that seems unique to him, that not even Rose shared, the ability to connect minds with others. What if it is his gem sense, combined with his natural sense of empathy, that allows him to literally connect with other people, other gems, and because Steven is a human, other humans as well. I honestly don't know, and I'd be surprised if this is ever confirmed 100% one way or another in the show, and I think it is definitely something worth thinking about. But as per usual, I ask, what did you guys think of this theory? Have I connected with the truth, or do you have a sense that I might have gotten a few things wrong? Let's get a discussion going in the comment section down below. Either way, this has been AJ22, and I will talk to you guys later. Hey guys, I know this isn't a huge theory or anything, but it is one that I personally find very compelling, and I really wanted to get it out to you guys. If you did like the theory, please like and subscribe if you haven't yet, and if you know of anybody else who would enjoy this video, please share it with them. I'd really appreciate that. Also, my Patreon is now up. That's one of the things I was focusing on getting done over my holiday break. You can find a link to that in the description down below. I'll also be making a dedicated announcement video to let everybody know about that, obviously. Also, I name dropped Marcus Shiro in this video. He's a really cool guy who blogs about the books and the shows that he reads and watches, and reading some of his older stuff years ago actually helped me get through a really difficult time in my life and inspired me to actually start creating things and getting my ideas out there, and honestly, without him, this channel wouldn't even exist. So I like to name drop him whenever I can and divert people over to check out his stuff. I'll try to remember to leave some links to his blogs in the description down below as well. If I don't, you can just Google his name, obviously. I'm really excited to be back making videos for you guys again. I've definitely got some really interesting ideas down the pipeline, so stay tuned to the channel, and as per usual guys, thank you for watching.